so great, you are so fantastic, you are almighty, you are the creator. And then there's other prayers which are, oh my Lord, I am in so much distress. Please give me a pay raise at work. Oh, next week is big exams. Please give me an A+ on my exams. Oh, my mother is dying of cancer. Please cure her of cancer. Give me. There's so many different types of prayers. But the Hare Krishna mantra is a very unique prayer. It doesn't come from our lips, it comes from our heart. And the meaning of the prayer is, my dear Radha and Krishna, please give me the privilege of entering into intimate, loving relationship with you. That kind of love by which Krishna himself becomes subordinate. So that's the actual meaning of the Hare Krishna mantra. Please give me the opportunity to love you like that. So we'll do about 10 or 15 more minutes of kirtan before the nice prasadam meal is served. But just before that, if anybody has any questions or comments, we can take those. Anybody? I hope you understand that silence means approval. Silence means you're willing to sign your name on the dotted line without reading all the small print at the bottom of the contract. Because we have a contract that we're going to pass around and ask everybody to sign. That as of today, I'm going to chant Hare Krishna every day and read Krishna book every day and become attracted to Krishna. Does anybody know what tomorrow is? Just, okay, you have a question?
According to Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna existed 5,000 years ago. But how are we supposed to know that the person who existed 5,000 years ago is going to show his grace upon us now?
Very good question. Prabhu is asking that if Krishna came and displayed his pastimes a long time ago, 5,000 years ago, how can we expect him to reciprocate with us now? Because Krishna is transcendental. Transcendental means beyond time and space. So although Krishna appeared to, display his pastimes 5,000 years ago, he has not changed one bit. And Krishna and his name are identical. So when we call on Krishna's name, Krishna is there. It's not that Krishna was here in India 5,000 years ago and now it's a God-forsaken world. Krishna's here right now. Wherever his name is chanted, Krishna is present. We may not perceive his presence. That does not mean he's not here. Just like if I'm deaf, there's so much sound vibration in this room, isn't there? Somebody speaking, tables moving, musical instruments. There's so much sound vibration in this room. But if I'm deaf, I cannot hear the sound vibration. So then I conclude there's no sound vibration. Just because I cannot hear it does not mean the sound vibration is not here. Similarly, Krishna is transcendental, beyond time and space. And he says that he and his name are identical. So wherever Krishna's name is chanted, especially chanted with feeling, Krishna is present. And he's also right now present in our heart as the super soul. We don't perceive his presence. We think I'm just here all by myself. But the super soul, an expansion of Krishna, is in my heart as the super soul who directs me. Sometimes you do something and then your conscience says, shouldn't have done that. You get a little guilty feeling. Where does that come from? It's from the super soul in the heart being displeased, telling us you did something wrong. Have you ever been a little bit lost? I know I've had this experience where you're a little bit lost and you're not sure how to get back to your car. Am I supposed to turn right? Am I supposed to turn left? You're like really confused. And then you get a feeling, I'm supposed to go this way. If you don't recognize it or anything, but you get a feeling that you're supposed to go this way, and it turns out to be the right way. Why? Super soul in the heart. So Krishna is with us right now. If we can love people who are like, sitting next to us or in another country, we can call them on, we can love people at a distance or in vicinity. What to speak of loving Krishna? He's right there in our heart. And where does love come from? The heart. And where is love received? In the heart. So a real loving relationship is right there in the heart, and Krishna's sitting there. So we don't have to go searching for him. And he's present in his holy name. He's present in his Archa Vigraha, the worshipable deity form of Krishna. He's present in the Srimad Bhagavatam. He's present in that Krishna book. So we're never bereft of Krishna's presence. We just have to improve our ability to perceive him. We have to remove the clogging that's in our ears. We have to remove the cataracts that are in our eyes so that we can perceive Krishna. And how do we remove the cataracts from our eyes and the cotton that's in our ears? By chanting Hare Krishna. Chaito Darpana Marjanam. That's simply by this Harinam Sankirtan. The very first effect is Chaito Darpana Marjanam. The Chaitaha, the consciousness, Darpana Marjanam, will be cleansed like a mirror, cleansed. So if we want to perceive Krishna more and more, just chant more and more. Anything else? Does anybody know what tomorrow is? We've been talking about Krishna Janmashtami, but there's a day tomorrow which is just as important, if not more important, than Krishna Janmashtami. Radhastami, the appearance day of Srimati Radharani. Because when Krishna came, Radharani also came, right? So it's explained she's 15 days younger than Krishna. So her appearance day, called Radhastami, is tomorrow. And actually, without Radharani, Krishna would not be all attractive. A man may be very beautiful, very wealthy, very powerful, very famous. But if he has no female counterpart, a spouse or a lover, he's not perfectly attractive. So why is it that in this world we find, if a man has a woman, that they're more attractive than a man who doesn't have a woman? Because that's how Krishna is. Krishna is never alone. In fact, it's not proper to worship Krishna by himself. One has to worship Krishna with Radharani. Then they are the all-attractive couple. So tomorrow is Radhastami, Srimati Radharani's appearance day. That's another good reason you can get this Krishna book, because there's some nice chapters there that really illustrate the loving mood that Radharani has for Krishna. So tomorrow we will be fasting half day. On Krishna Janmashtami we fast till midnight, but on Radhastami we only fast till noon. And then we'll have nice kirtan and feast for Radharani. So we invite you to take part in that also. Okay, if there's any other questions or comments?
Can you take a minute and tell us about your journey from Urbana Champaign to where you are? If you want to, what kind of brochure you saw? And
Okay, very briefly.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start from when I was 6 years old. Because when I was 6 years old, I asked my mother, what does God look like? I grew up in a Catholic family. I asked my mother, what does God look like? And she said, nobody knows. And I said, what? I was expecting to get an answer because she answered all my other questions I ever had. I said, what? Nobody knows? How can I know? And she said, well, what you have to do is you have to die, and then you go to heaven, and then you see God face to face, and then you know what God looks like. And I thought, wow, then why don't I just die right now? But I was only 6 years old, you know? And I was thinking, what? I might have to live 60 more years, or who knows how long I'll have to live. And I was very disappointed because I actually wanted to know what God looked like. So then I went to high school, then I went to college, and I didn't go to church anymore because I was very disappointed by the fact that the Christian religion could not explain to me what God looked like. So then I went to graduate school at the University of Illinois, and by Krishna's wonderful arrangement, I was invited to a vegetarian dinner that Hare Krishna devotees from Chicago were doing at my campus in Champaign-Urbana. So I went to there just because I was interested in vegetarianism. I didn't know what the Hare Krishnas were. So I went to the dinner, and lo and behold, there was this table. And what was on the table? Some very interesting books that I had never heard of before. In fact, I couldn't even pronounce the titles, like Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam, and the Krishna book. I couldn't even pronounce the titles. I wasn't even sure they were in English. But curiosity, you know, so I took some books home. And as soon as I started reading Srila Prabhupada's books, every single page answered questions that I had since I was a little kid that nobody, my parents, my teachers at school, the priests and the nuns at the church, nobody could give me satisfactory answers. As soon as I started reading Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Krishna book, every single page offered me amazing answers to all my questions. Within just practically minutes of reading these books, I now knew what God looks like. This beautiful cowherd boy named Krishna. I knew what his name was. I knew what my responsibility was in this life. I understood why I was here. I understood that due to the laws of karma, sometimes I'm suffering and sometimes I'm not suffering. Due to the laws of karma, some people are born starving to death in a desert somewhere, and someone else is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. I understood that all living entities are a soul simply covered by a temporary material body, and therefore we shouldn't kill other living entities just for the satisfaction of our tongue. Just so many answers were just overwhelming me that I realized this is what I want to dedicate the rest of my life to. Because as a little child, I wanted to dedicate my life to God, but nobody had any decent answers for me. So then I finished my semester at the university, and I went to Chicago and I joined the Hare Krishna temple there because I felt that I always wanted to teach, you know. And so instead of pursuing mundane teaching, I decided this is the teaching that I want to do with my life. If in any way I can affect other people, I would consider my life successful. So now my husband and I travel full-time to universities and try to make these books available to students. And every single day when we go to the university, without fail, we meet many people who take books, but we meet at least 1 or 2 people a day who say, wow, you know, I'm really right now in my life, I happen to be in a stage where I'm really searching for answers. And it is really amazing that you met me today on campus and offered me this Bhagavad Gita. I feel like maybe I was meant to get this book today, and maybe I'll find answers here. We meet people all the time. So if you don't have a copy of Bhagavad Gita, please take a copy of Bhagavad Gita home for you and your children. Or if you already have a copy of Bhagavad Gita and you want to help us distribute that Bhagavad Gita to people who don't know anything about Krishna. They don't know anything about the laws of karma. They don't know anything about reincarnation. They don't know anything about the soul. And they're desperately crying for this knowledge all over the world. Wars are being fought. Crime is being committed. People are committing suicide because they're unhappy. They don't know the secret to finding true happiness. And this Krishna consciousness movement is the only movement that can provide people with the secret of how to be happy. And it is our responsibility as knowers of the truth to give the opportunity of the truth to others. If we don't provide, say, the truth to those who are starving to know the truth, are we not guilty by, like an accomplice in the crime? People are committing suicide because they're unhappy, because they don't know the truth. And we withhold the truth from them? Are we not guilty? We are. It's called being an accomplice in the crime. So if you have Bhagavad Gita and you would like to see this knowledge get into the hands of people who are really looking for it, then please help us distribute Bhagavad Gita by sponsoring a few books. We can take them to the universities, etc. It's the quickest way, actually, to get Krishna's attention. When he sees that you try to give him to others, he gives himself more and more to you. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. So they're just getting ready to serve the prasadam. We will just do like 10 minutes of kirtan, and then we invite everybody to take dinner together. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Okay. So Siddharth Prabhu, you want to come and play harmonium? So please, when we're chanting, we're not up here to put on a show. So we chant the Maha Mantra, the leader chants the Maha Mantra, then we all respond. And then he chants, and then we all respond. This is our opportunity to awaken our attraction to Krishna and to draw his attention to us. So please chant from your heart with the mood that, oh my dear Radha and Krishna, please give me the privilege of engaging in a loving transaction or relationship with you.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Mataji Gaur Premanandi. Thank you very much. May we all be blessed by the holy name of Krishna. We've taken part in this part, holy name, and now another mercy of Krishna, Krishna Prasada. I think there's some little something to be said here by our organizers.
From the Vedantic Center of Nebraska, we are grateful for you to come here and enlighten us. Most importantly, like you said, that the chanting was beautiful, and I'm sure everybody enjoyed. Additionally, we are having a September 13th and 14th function called North American Hindu Summit. What we have done is we have invited 8 speakers from different organizations. Some of them are professors, some of them are saintly people, some of them are scholarly people, including actually one person who's affiliated with the ISKCON, Shri Stephen Knapp, He will be also one of our guests. And on Saturday night, we're just going to have some cultural program, 6 onwards. And then on Sunday morning, 9 o'clock, we will start, all speakers will talk about the future of Hinduism in North America. And we will have a 20 to 30 minutes debate, on each speaker will speak. And then in the afternoon, we will have all speakers with our own people answering questions and have a debate and see what future of Hinduism is and what should we be doing according to that. So please join us that time. Again, a heartful thank you for you to come over here, Prabhu.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much for everyone for coming here for this program. And we want to thank Vedantic Society of Vedantic Center of Nebraska for sponsoring this. And so many devotees have worked hard and prepared feast. Please let's go and have a feast, and there are a lot more. So please have as much as you can. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And the Prabhu and Mataji will be here. You can, if you want to talk furthermore, you can just discuss with them. Thank you very much.